Okay, I want to go ahead and apologize for my previous ban list that was taken off that I decided to delete because I was talking out of my ass. I didn't know. I forgot that the errata for the certain cards were going through on March 31st. So I want to go ahead and re-upload this, guys, and kind of like be more calmer, be more seductive, and just talk about this. I'm not gonna go into detail with this, but I'm gonna give reasons why I believe certain cards are banned and why cards are actually banned, and why certain cards got hit like this, yada yada yada. If you do want a full, extreme, detailed version of it, please go check out Sushi Scrub Lord. His link will be in the description down below, as well as his ban list on this in the video down below, as well as he's going to talk about I think later today or whatever, whenever he decides to upload it, he's going to talk about how if Zodiacs are still alive after this ban list. Well, okay, but I real quick want to start off with obviously with Magic Spectre Unicorn. My boy was there when I first started Magic Spectre. Decided to become more competitive in this format when pendulums became a thing, because I was not that competitive. I did not start off in this format competitively. I liked what I used. I was using Gravekeepers in this format. I wasn't that strongly into this format. But obviously now, when I decided to start actually becoming more and more competitive with it, my friend was like, "Dude, run," or Sushi Scribbler actually was like, if you're gonna want to run, if you're gonna want to do something and not run, the meta, like for example, Metafols at the time when I started becoming more competitive, he was like, "Oh, dude, if you're gonna run something that don't want to spend like so much money on, but at the same time like be somewhat still competitive in this format, run pure Magic Specters." So when I see Kieran get hit, it kind of hurts my heart a little bit, because Kieran was that card. Obviously Kieran was also hit for good reasons too. Kieran was that speed spell, speed 3. Basically being able to activate his effect. I'm sorry, not speed spell 3. It was a speed card. I can't remember what speed spell. I can't remember what speed it was, but it was very fast. Basically popping your own card, one of your own pendulum monsters, and then popping one card of your opponent controls, and sending that back to his hand, and then mine back to my hand, and then I can just resummon it. That was the Bumbuku drive through. Basically popping Bumbuku back to my hand, sending Bumbuku back to the field, and just plussing from that, and it was just that instant search. So when Kieran got hit to 1, it didn't stop the deck completely. Again, Magic Specters could run without Kieran, but it was just sad to see it go. Next we have Tyrant Neptune, the new card. It's a fusion level 1. The new card that's come out in the format. This is what they banned Tyrant Neptune for. It's a 5,000 beater, and then Tyrant Neptune then gets pluses off certain other effects. It was very overpowered. I'm not going to get into detail with it. I just wasted too much time with Kieran as of right now. So I just need to continue on slowly going by. So Tyrant Neptune was banned for really good reasons, for something that TCG would absolutely abuse. At least in our format, we would absolutely abuse Tyrant. So we can see why. Going off, the only other card that was really hit was Vanity's Emptiness. So Vanity's Emptiness was hit for another good measure reasons. Vanity's Emptiness was a very overpowered card at the time. It was a very overpowered card. Stopping your opponents from special summoning just slows down the duel completely, especially if you're running, like, for example, if you're running a deck that doesn't involve special summoning. Vanity's Emptiness was for you. For example, Gravekeepers. I used to run Gravekeepers a lot. I didn't make it special summoning specific. Even now, my Gravekeeper deck is not specific on Magic and special summoning. But I did have Vanity's Emptiness in here. Now I will have to take it out, because obviously we can't use it no more. So Vanity's Emptiness was that very great trap, and it will either make you or break you. In DDDs, you need to have a high level monster that you know you can summon out without tributing or anything, or not high level, of high attack point monster that you know you don't need a tribute or special, because you're gonna get wiped away. So yeah. Next thing you have is in the limiteds you have Maxi. Maxi was a very overpowered card at 2. You still were able to do plays with it. You were still able to like get a chance to draw it, more chance. Now you don't have that much of a chance to draw into it. So is this card going to be even used in a deck, or is it not? As far as I'm concerned, I do believe you could still use it, but there's a very slim chance of you being able to pull it off. So a lot of I've already looked on TCG. The card is going down in price very quickly. That's very good. So I'm excited to see that. Next thing we have is Rescue Cat. I don't want to get into detail with Rescue Cat because I don't understand why, or I understand why it was limited, except for forbidden. It got a new errata. I'll leave in the description what the new effects are for the cards I'm going to talk about. But Rescue Cat got from forbidden to limited was good. Brionic went from forbidden to limited, and Brionic's a new effect. Doesn't harm it that much. It's still very playable, and I still like and I still would run it completely. I'm sorry. You have Brain Control at being from forbidden to limited. Its new effect is very different. It destroys it a lot. Back then, if it was the back then effect, this card would have killed. So yeah, Brain Control is definitely that card that would have been good if its new effect didn't nerf it. Next we have Future Fusion, the card that's going to be very used a lot. For example, you have Fluffles. Fluffles could abuse the hell out of it. Technically Destiny Heroes, you can abuse that. Cyber Dragons, Ancient Gears coming out soon. What's another one? Luna Knights can abuse it. This card can still do somewhat decent in this format, and even just having one is still abusive. Its new effect doesn't really nerf it as much, but it's still very playable. Next we have his Imperial Order that was forbidden to limited. I read its new effect. I'm confused. I'm really confused. Is it just reworded differently, or is it like an actual new effect where like something is added onto it that makes it slower or not as good as its old effect? Please someone comment down below. Again, all the new effects are going to be in the link in the description below. Next we're going to have is the semi-limiteds. We have Wisdom Eye Magician. Wisdom Eye Magician's effect Magician Eye was very intriguing to me, to be honest, because it just got banned not that long ago, as well as just sitting there and seeing that it just gets semi-limited again. Magicians are gonna get more support, so for you Paraformal players out there, might stand up more of a chance now again, but until you do get the Wavering Eyes, you do get the monkey board back, the deck's still going to be slow regardless. But Wisdom Eye Magician's back at 2, which was crazy to me. What was the more controversial card that was getting hit was Zodiac Rapier. I've seen a lot of videos saying how Zodiac Rapier not being at 2 now kills the deck. The deck is dead, yada yada. But you also have to remember that you still have a playset of every other Zodiac card in the deck. The only reason Rapier was so overpowered was the fact that you can do your crazy play, bringing out your monsters first turn, or bringing out your Emerald first turn and just shuffling things back to your deck, getting that +1 draw, and then all this other craziness. As far as I'm concerned, though, with this, I don't think the deck is dead yet. I don't think it's dead at all yet. You can run you can run Zodiac Metaphors, and then you can chain to that plus 1 off of this. You can basically pendulum summon everything you need on the field. For example, you can just pendulum summon 2 rapiers, rapier it to emerald, or possibly just use the new card effect too. The new card effect does you decently as well. The new Zodiac. Let me check what the new Zodiac is again. I have a couple of. I think I have almost a playset, I believe. Yeah. Zodiac. Keta Roost. Its effect is shuffle. You can target one Zodiac card in your graveyard except for Zodiac Karus. Shuffle it to the deck. XYZ monster's original type is Beast Monster. This card's experimental zero against the effect. When your opponent activates a monster effect that targets this card, you can detach one XYZ and 1 times to negate that activation. So I feel like this card is going to be used a little bit more now that Rapier is at 3. But yeah, my personal opinion, that was one of the things that didn't really make sense. It's like the deck is still going to be very playable. It's not going to be as fast, but it's going to be very playable. I know one of my friends is creating the deck right now, or is trying to see ways he can use it to plus off of this. I'm specifically going to switch back to switch to Wind Witches because they didn't get hit. Haha. Next thing we have is Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Kaiju Slumber became that one card that just made it all intriguing and very obliterated. Not only did you plus off of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, because not only did you get to nuke a board, but you also got to You also got to be able to special without any sacrifice. Basically, you could have a complete empty field, and then your opponent can have his full on board field set and everything, and then you can just automatically nuke his field completely. It was that card that was overpowered. That is overpowered, and just only having 2 doesn't change anything. I feel like it's still easy to pull off, but at the same time, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a kid in Chicago, Illinois, just going by with my life. Next thing you know, we have is Sane Gain. Sane Gain was a card that effect did change. It could be played. I don't know if anyone wants to play it. Again, I'm not going to get into with this one as well. That's just going to be it for the list. Again, I'll leave my friend She Scrublord's thing on the bottom below, as well as the effects of the cards I talked about. And I'll see you guys later.